It is a hard life we lead, but it's the only life we have. Make something of it, discover something new, bring it home to your family, and strengthen your legacy. The chaos runs through these caves like her blood through veins. Crack a rock and watch it gush. Let the chaos wash over you. Weave it like a spider with silk. The liches sense everything. They know I am here. They want me closer. They want my life to feed the well. I should run the other way, but the prospect, the promise of becoming a small part of something infinitely larger. The siege lasted 4 calms and all the time between. Thousands died so we might live, killed in battle, captured and dragged away, enslaved to fight against us. But we endured. The walls stood, and the strongest survived to draw breath. Fortress. This is our fortress. Nobody will lay claim to it after all we sacrificed for it. Was it charity or pragmatism that made us open our caves and tunnels to the horde of refugees from above? How many more dire creatures would piles of dead and dying have brought to our homes? Sharing our space was the right thing to do, for many reasons. The surface is a lie. There is no surface. It's caves all the way down and all the way up. Put your ear to the wall and listen to the world below. Is that a heartbeat? Are you sensing the pulse of life? Or is a vermi about to burst through the stone and consume your head? Riches of ore can be found on just the other side of this wall. Riches! Of course, there's also a nest of some godless breed of flying bugs in there. Orange bellies, needles in their faces, and blood drinkers with it. Fortuna bless your path, for I'll be taking mine in another direction. For as long as there have been doves in the world below, there have been diggers, tunnelers, and miners. Show some respect to your elders and dig deep. New settlements need building. New treasures need discovering. The grooves in the walls here tell me a hunter's marked this place as her own. We'd best move forward. But stay cautious. If they're worth their dust, this hunter will have lined the floors, walls, and ceilings with traps aplenty. That blade is hearth steel. See the bolts clipping the lower half to the upper? See the way the blade screws into the handle? Telva's hearth's finest. The fortunates cast the stones and tell you the calling of your destiny. Will you be holy, alchemist, chaosist, hunter, silhouette, or farsighter? The stones know your fate. Never give in to the consuming abyss, friend explorers. Just 5 drops from here, you will find an oasis of clean water and rich minerals. Close your eyes and listen. The world below will guide you. Did you bleed all the way here. The only thing that'll slow down the Hemexi is if they stop to drink it from the stones. Let the holy tend your wounds, and then we must move. Do you feel the thunder? Furundin approaches, charging in her endless race, boring through the rocks as if they were naught but clouds of mist. This is a place of great nourishment to the great worm. Feed her, become one with the worm. To have reached this place, your attunement to the world below must be complete. You have formed a dialectic, young one, whether to gems, bugs, chaos, the abyss, fungi, or the elements. You are now a perfect synthesis of body, mind, spirit, and world. The world below provides. There's a rumor I heard. Maybe you'd like to hear it too. There's enough information out there to confirm exactly what happened to the world above and when it happened. It's all out there, all right. The guilds have got it, but not in one place. No. There's a reason the guild headquarters are spread across the world below, their archives and vaults deep and buried. Each one has a piece of information, but unless you can put it all in one place, it means nothing. How do I know? I've broken into 2 vaults, and now I'm going for number 3. Worry less about the past and more about what's to come. We're here under the sufferance of Chilzil and Aprechians, and Fortuna knows how many monsters. One of these days, they're going to realize they're better off with all of us gone. Study the Hades tract and understand what I understand. This place is the underworld, and all of us are dead. Come to terms with that, and a great heaven might follow. Resist, and suffer only the agonies of this hell. From Oracaster to Mudtown goes the Ferris Road, wide enough to ride a giant terror down. If you don't mind the occasional freefall, just beware, brother. Plenty of monsters know we use that road, and will make short work of you if you ain't prickly. Life's a struggle, right? Calm's driving you up the wall, isn't it? Take a step outside, into the obscura. Make yourself into a dream. You'd never need leave. Warning! Chaos portals manifest randomly and rapidly all the way down from here to the silver stratum. Avoid! Creatures of unknown power and provenance emerge through them. Clothar, wear your skin, your face, your brain. Clothar are everywhere. Who isn't a Clothar? Am I a Clothar? Are you? This way leads to the many ways dark. There's no quicker route to Tekalau. Yes, you've got to deal with impenetrable gloom and the occasional death drop, but what price can you pay for expediency? A solitary farsighter lives in the caves up ahead. They say he can speak to rocks, lichen, flora, and fungi, of course. Anyone can speak to anything, but they apparently talk back. He can make them dance to his tune. He has at least 5 darklings bound to the floor in webs of plant root. Go on, take a look. What you have just been exposed to, if you've made it all the way through here, are snippets, what I call dialogue bubbles for the world below. You see, for the world below, when I developed this book, I didn't want a big block of fiction. I didn't want lots of short stories. I have always been inspired quite, I guess, on some level, by the cover text of Traveller, if you're familiar with the RPG, the Mayday story, which immediately sets a tone, immediately makes you think of what's going on, and it immediately spawns adventures. And so for the world below, what I did was write snippets of fiction, things that could inspire, things that could set stories off just from a tiny hook of fiction alone. Various of these bubbles, and there's more besides, are scattered throughout the world below core rulebook. And there's story hooks, of course, embedded in the text as well, but these are dotted around in random places to really break things up. I just thought it would be fun to read some of them for you, and I hope you enjoyed my myriad of accents, such as they are. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.